We're spending globally between $7 and $8 trillion every year on healthcare, and crucially that's increasing exponentially. We need to be more precise with our diagnoses, more precise with our treatments, and we need to be more calculated about how we discover new drugs if we're going to allow the healthcare system to survive.
Big data is going to be essential, I think, for developing new treatments for Alzheimer's disease. If I look back over the past 20 or so years I've been working in this field, typically we've done small studies independently, occasionally in small collaborations. The prospect of big data is that we can work at scale, at speed, and with many more collaborators.
Technology will play a major role in helping us with patient outcomes. We are looking at technology that we can wrap around a patient or our products to provide the appropriate information and support. But even most importantly, going forward, we will have technology that can help a patient prevent getting sick.
So what we actually aim to do is really predicting what the effect would be of a specific compound with a specific mechanism of action. And so to really evaluate, assess how efficacious such a compound would be for, let's say, specific patient populations.
We're generating massive amounts of data, and we're trying to make sense of this data. And we're trying to connect what we learn from this data so that we can inform us in our drug discovery process. But how to make the transition from data to information to knowledge that can then meaningfully be used. That is a big problem. That's where capabilities like machine learning is going to make such a big difference to us.
So we at AstraZeneca are using machine learning in a lot of different parts of the organization. So where I'm focusing is in the early drug discovery. And it's really to predict the properties of new molecules, to basically to speed up the drug discovery project.
What you need to have is, first of all, methods that are able to statistically handle the uncertainty in the data in a rigorous way. In particular, the dependencies of the uncertainties of the different variables which need to be propagated properly. And then you need to have also efficient computational methods. And that's, of course, what machine learning is about, combining statistics and computation in carefully designed ways.
Deep learning is the new key technology in machine learning. Also big IT giants like Facebook, Google, Baidu, IBM, Microsoft are betting on deep learning. They use deep learning, as I see it, as a key technology of the future. The neural networks are back into the game. They were out the last 10 years, but now they are there again. It's deep networks combined with big data, combined with compute power.
Single-cell analysis allows us to quantify a lot of biological information into unprecedented detail for millions of cells at the same time. And now machine learning techniques can be used to delve into that wealth of information and extract new meaningful insights about cells and about their differentiation and how they could be related to certain diseases.
And I'm talking about engineers, people in biopharmaceutical development, computer scientists, and then people of my breed, the statisticians. They start to understand each other's language a little more than before. So ExaScience Lab actually brings together in a very beneficial cocktail disciplines, people in those disciplines that traditionally do not work together.
Over the past year and a half, we've brought additional people on board with insights in how to use machine learning. I think we have the world experts on machine learning together. we're really starting to gear up there. It would now be great if we could get more data on board so that we can tap into the data sources that are living in other pharmaceutical companies and really do some pre-competitive efforts where we actually all benefit from the better predictive models that are coming out of these type of efforts.
We have to break the silos of the data, and so we need more people on board so that we can share data to go a lot further than just using the data from one company. And I think lots of pharma companies are opening up for that too.
So where I'd like to be, just like sharing the great minds of my company with the life sciences community outside of it, I'd like to be able to offer our assets and systems in these collaborations that we're involved with in a more meaningful way. I really appreciate the work that this community is doing, and it's a noble cause, so it makes it more important for me.